This is an article from Radar about Marilyn Manson about how one of his accusers is having problems with her lawyer. It's called Unreasonably Difficult Lawyer Drops Marilyn Manson's Accuser Ashley Morgan Smithline in Sexual Assault Battle. Let's see what we got. A lawyer representing Marilyn Manson's accuser, Ashley Lindsay Morgan Smithline, has pleaded with the court to let him leave the case, Radar has learned. According to court documents obtained by Radar Online, J.D. L. Wagner, the lawyer representing Smithline, has asked for permission to withdraw. He might have his reasons that he's not going to say in public, online, and things like that. Lack of evidence, that always could be, because as we know, Smithline doesn't have tangible evidence in the form of medical records, police reports, photos, pics, or audio. I mean, not right now. When court comes, who knows? Maybe she'll have something, but as of right now, with all these accusers that some people are really believing, they don't have the tangible evidence. Let's keep going. In this motion, L. Wagner said Smithline hired him back in June 2021 to bring a lawsuit against Marilyn Manson, real name Brian Warner. He said Smithline's conduct has rendered it unreasonably difficult for counsel to carry out the representation effectively. So, he's obviously putting the blame on her. It's her fault things can't move forward smoothly. Could that be because of evidence? I'm not sure what else it could be. Maybe she doesn't answer calls. Maybe she's elusive. I don't know. But one possible thing is he might not think he can win the case. And it probably will be publicized like Depp vs. Heard was. We don't have official word on that, but that's the guess of many people. He claims Smithline has breached the terms of her retainer agreement. The lawyer said he provided Smithline with a reasonable warning after the breach that he would be withdrawing unless she fulfilled the terms of the retainer agreement. So that's his, like I said, official statement to the public. A hearing has been set for September 30th where the judge will rule on the request. Smithline sued the shock rocker for sexual assault, sexual battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, human trafficking, and unlawful imprisonment. At the time of the lawsuit, L. Wagner said, "I am proud to represent Ms. Smithline as she comes forward to share her truth about Brian Warner." Notice he says her truth, not the truth, that they have evidence for. Big difference there. "We are exploring all options to hold him accountable for his actions and to make sure that this behavior ends once and for all." Right, because the implication is this behavior that they allege with no evidence is probably going on, so they want to look like white knights for the court, that they're out to help the world. Make Marilyn Manson look even worse. Now, did Marilyn do this? The jury's out, but the evidence we have that's in so far is indicating another, well, let's just say flappy fish market. She was the fourth woman to bring suit against Manson. Other alleged victims include Game of Thrones actress Esme Bianco, his former personal assistant Ashley Waters, and a woman using the synonym Jane Doe. In court documents, Smithline said Manson flew her out to Los Angeles from Thailand to work on a film with him in 2010. She said when he arrived, he asked her to move in with him. Now, I've got mixed feelings about not using your real name, like Jane Doe. I think there's definitely drawbacks to using your real name. However, it also makes you look more credible. People can check your background, your Instagram, your social media, see where you've been. Maybe you don't want to get caught in lies, so you won't use your real name. But I understand how some people wouldn't want the spotlight. In the lawsuit, Smithline said Manson's attitude changed quickly and he became hostile towards her. Despite this, she said they had a consensual sexual relationship. However, she claimed one night she woke up from an unconscious state with her wrists and ankles tied up. She said Manson was penetrating her and she demanded he stops. The lawsuit said the incident caused her injuries to her vagina. No way I could read that without being, I guess, slightly awkward. I'm doing my best with these words. So, that's the claim. I understand it's something very hard to have evidence for. However, if someone's paying the price with their career and their reputation, then we have to know. It's kind of a catch-22 because yes, there are real abuse victims. Yes, abuse happens. But if you don't have the evidence and an innocent person suffers, well, I mean, especially if you're talking about jail time, being put in jail for years is as bad as the abuse, I guess. I mean, it's a toss-up. which is worse, but jail is certainly something that's on the top of the list of things everyone fears and one of the worst things in the world. So, we have a full loop where no matter what happens, somebody is getting the short end of the stick, but without evidence, we can't actually know. I know it's frustrating, but that's the loop we're stuck in, and I don't see any way to break that except to say, without the evidence, we can't actually make a solid decision. Let's keep going. Another alleged incident referenced included Madeline choking Smithline while forcing her onto a bed. The model said the singer took out a knife and cut her shoulder and inner arm. In an interview before the lawsuit, Smithline claimed Manson had carved into her body because no one else could have done that unless it was him. This relationship, to the limited extent it was a relationship, lasted less than a week. In 2010, the rep added, Manson hasn't seen Smithline since then, and that's a long time. That's over 10 years. As Radar Online previously reported, Manson is also suing his ex, Evan Rachel Wood, in a separate lawsuit where he accused her of fabricating abuse allegations. The actress has denied the claims, and that's a whole nother case. Obviously, you guys know about Evan Rachel Wood is the main one. However, gotta highlight these other accusers as well. So while we can't say for sure exactly, unless we take this lawyer's word for it on face value, what he wants out there in the public, we don't know exactly what's going on, but it doesn't seem to be a good look from the side of Smithline. Let me know what you think down below. Doing shoutouts, special thanks, things like that. If you're into this case, maybe check out Colonel Kurtz. She's got a great channel. Also, she's been doing Death vs. Heard pretty heavily lately, but she's got a lot of videos up there on Manson and some exclusive stuff too. If you're not subscribed here and you don't subscribe, I'll be pretty sad about it, but I'll get over it, make a new video, something like that. Rent on for now. See you next time.